Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're doing a little bit of a different format for the Around the Verse recap. I will just reach out to the bullets of the episode real quick. So if you like this new format, let me know in the comments. And if you like more free talk and iteration and speculation, also let me know because I like both ways. So in that case. I also bought a new microphone which I'm not using just yet, but I will use it in the next episodes which are to come, so just know when the voice changes, you know it's there. So today we're doing the studio update from the LA studio, and we are getting straight into it. We're starting with the ships. They're working on the Drake Buccaneer. The custom dual mount is created. The LODs are generated, level of detail, damage is implemented, and flight balance and VFX. Made a lot of progress on the revamped Arizai Aurora, which is basically the first starter ship in Star Citizen, and was quite due an update because it was outdated like a few years, I think. And they complete the white box, they finalizing the cockpit geometry and heading into grey box. Also, a few other ships are progressing through design, and a slew of quality of life fixes are being made for patch 2.6.2. Tech design completed the design for multifunction displays for power, heat, cooler, shields, weapons and countermeasures and missiles. That's quite interesting because that actually allows us to do some multi-crew with our friends, which is almost entirely why I bought Star Citizen, unlike other games. QA is checking various fixes for 2.6.2, providing support for the Austin QA with sandy checks, smoke tests, sweeps and deployment, helping new hires to get up to speed, swept ship destruction, VFX items, system 2.0, loadout changes and new targeting and ESP codes. The narrative is adding additional 3.0 missions, documentation for posters and props to populate the universe, create a time capsule timeline for the Xian history and society documentation, and they are doing a breakdown for ethnic groups for the SC universe, utilizing the power of the behind trilateral GDC demo. Also, they started working on the shop entity that uses data core components to add object container streaming and retrieve their inventory from the backend, which basically means we get shops and a lot of different shops in a very easy manner, like you can see right now. Add the interior grid type, attribute the vehicle XMLs for designers, which will reduce memory usage. Implemented the core state switching functionality for the light group intent entity, which you can see right now. So perhaps you can even have a disco sometime in the future in your ship. And they're developing a framework for the IFCS to enable the autopilot and the AI to handle situations like takeoff and landing. As you can see, they are optimizing quite a lot, and they are really reducing the entities which are in the verse to actually optimize all this code, which is interesting because that means more frames for us. There's also new features being worked on, like the debugging tools and bug fixes for the room system and the atmosphere containers, which actually allows really atmosphere in the game. So if you go into a room and you depressurize, actually the pressure is really dropping. So if you don't have a helmet on, you hopefully don't die instantly, but you will eventually die. Also, the tech content team has been working on converting the helmets to .skin formats to prevent helmets disappearing like it is now in DPU. The team also created tools that rig skins and export them automatically, and such reduces the dev time from a day to just mere minutes. Heads have been converted to use the human skin shader, which has reduced the memory cost by 90% of 100 megabytes. And the female character has had thousands of animations transferred from the male character to complete her motion set, which we also see right now because the female is really cool in Star Citizen. I mean, it really has been a male party right now, but it's going to be a female party as well. And as you can see right now, they also have added the system to actually check all the walt lines and how much progress it has in the first, because the Squadron 42 has over 12,055 pages. Tech content team created a tool for the cinematics team to allow visibility of scenes before engine to allow for fast exportation of animations and preview renders. The character team has worked through concept, high poly, and currently is working on the in-game mesh of the Heavy Outlaw, which will then go to rigging and animations. Light, medium and heavy female marine armor and undersuit has been sent to rigging and implementation. Female explorer suit has moved through the high poly phase. EVA deck crew and marine BDU and are in-game mesh and texturing phase. Medium and heavy armor versions of the OMC Outlaw faction are in production, and the mechanized Titan suit is in research and development, along with the other alien concept sculpts, which is really cool. But as you can see, the female is going quite along very nicely, and I can't wait to see it in the game, because then probably Star Citizen has the most beautiful woman in the verse. I mean, I don't know any other games which actually have females in such a giant MMO persistent universe. Also in the Around-the-Verse they talked a little bit about the mega map. There is not really much to be told. It really felt like a segment which is like 15 minutes long but could be told in 2 minutes or even 3 seconds. I mean, basically what the mega map loading is doing is it loads or it actually streams all the maps beforehand. So for example, if you click a map, for example Broken Moon, it actually streams in the content before you press the button. So it actually just adapts to what you're doing. Also, a really easy thing to know how it works is that it fills the memory and it doesn't unload everything all the time. So for example, first you had to load a level, and when you're done with the match, it actually unloaded all the assets which you're just loaded in. It also meant that the front end was actually being cleared. So what you had to do, you had to reload the front end again, and then that resulted in a lot of loading times. And when you pressed onto a new map, then you had to load the back end in as well of the new map, and that actually had a lot of trouble. So basically you can see it like DDR memory which never powers down. So it's very fast and it's a very optimized way of loading stuff in, which we'll actually need in the persistent universe as well eventually, because there's lots of locations and environments to explore, so that will be very interesting. Also, additionally to the mega map, they also talked about some new fancy perks for the subscribers. The subscriber perks have mostly stayed the same, but they are working on the Jump Point Volume 3. We had Jump Point Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 2 I have as well, but I unfortunately missed the Volume 1, which I hope will come back sometime. Also, the monthly free fly ship has become a permanent perk. Imperators will now have access to all ships and variants for 1 week after a new patch has gone live. And Imperators also gain access to some alien ships currently released, and when they become available, such as Vandu, Ixion and Banu. So that's pretty much it for this Around the Verse recap. I hope you liked it. I will set up my new microphone for the next episode quite surely, because I will probably do it right now. And as always, I thank you all for watching. Let me know how you like this format, if you liked it more or less. And also, if you want to see more videos, you can check the latest Around the Verse recap around on the left right here. And actually my new Buccaneer video as soon as it is online on the right here. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.